Hello, my wonderful people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on your time zone or anytime you are coming across this video. If you like what you are watching, kindly subscribe, put on your notification bell to all notification. This will enable you to know when we upload video in this platform. Here we react to all forms of videos, local and international. I want to appreciate YouTube for creating this wonderful platform for us to use to disseminate information. And I also put a disclaimer that Linda's TV show do not in any way promote hate speech, misleading information, or violence. We are here to educate and inform the members of the public about what is happening.
And we are taking record because this thing we are shouting every day, sabotaging and stabbing our back. It is not going to go down just like that. But this is not the right time to punish those who have wronged us. So let us get the Biafra and then we put appropriate measures how to punish those who made us go this difficult way to get our freedom. So if someone courage to come to our liaison office, we will make sure that it follows that particular, the process that we are going to put down or we already put down. And if he met that requirement from the liaison officers in that country and they are okay with the person, that is only when they will forward the application for onward processing and approval to the central government in the United States. So if that is done, we don't have problem. And just like I explained it now, that is not to say that when Biafra come, we don't have the list of those who will answer some questions to the authorities and to the law of Biafra. In the roles they played in sabotaging the movement. I hope I've addressed you. And remember that we are government now. We are not an organization or a group. You must understand that, and you must understand also that the outside world is watching us. The people who want to help us, they are watching us. So it is beyond this, let us deal with him now because he has come. No, we are now changing, we are government, and we must adopt modern way of dealing with issues, more civilized way of dealing with issues, for them to understand that yes, we are really ready to govern ourselves and not where we are going to kill each other. Of course, we are going to fight at the end of the day internally. It is normal in any way freedom like this come because we have been fighting for almost 60 years. So it is normal that within these 60 years, there has been some of internally there's some kind of inner hatred that may come as a result of the situation that Nigeria subjected us to. So we have to deal with it internally. You know, it happens everywhere. But let us understand that it's no longer a group of people agitating for Biafra. It has become a government, and we must take responsibility of every Biafran anywhere in the world, especially when the people turn new leaf. We stretch our arms of love to show that we are government and we take care of them. When we go back home, we put those necessary and relevant laws to address the issues during our liberation. Thank you.
Yes, my people, why it's very important that this question will be clear because people like me, I don't talk say I no go collect them, but now that I am free to go and collect, nobody will deny me anything, and I will reap the full benefits. What our PM they talk be say, everybody should come and get the ID card. Very important, all of us. That is what he's saying. And I want to ask very importantly, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Is it quid pro quo or a free bono, a pro bono? How do we have to pay anything? Is it quid pro quo or a free bono?
Yeah, no country in the world issues document free of charge. And for the fact that we are needing fund to further this liberation of Biafra, it is not going to be free of charge. And the process of payment will be made public very soon. But we are looking at anybody who wants to make or who wants to get the passport, the ID card of Biafra, you have to apply it online. At the website, official website of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile. You take your receipt to your liaison office, and there it is going to be for your biometric fingerprinting and data collection. The liaison office will now push that information for approval. After the approval has been made, the head office will now push the application to the liaison office in Finland for the printing of the ID card. Once the ID card is printed by the liaison office in Finland for security purpose, the ID card will be dispatched to the country of the applicant, to the liaison officer of the applicant for onward delivery to the applicant. So this process is to make sure that we maintain the standard and the security of the card. So it is not just something you just wake up tomorrow and somebody go to some cyber cafe and print it out. No. It's going to have your fingerprint on it. And it is going to be electronic ID card with biometrics. Thank you. So it is subject to payment.
Having said that, it's very important we have this clear. Look, we know here gossip way pass us. But the international, yes, the international passport, some school of thought says that since it is not in use, will it be issued, or you did just electronic preamble of what we are expecting?
We are still on that. You know, issuing it, yes, it can be issued, and issuing it does not mean that you can travel with it. Issuing it is just to make you have the sense of being a Biafran and make you to give you that hope that the Biafra is coming, and then also to send the message to the international community how prepared we are. You know, it is it's very, very imperative, because not many nations who have fought their way to their freedom and has government in exile before that were able to do what we are doing today. The level of success we have recorded within few months is very tremendous. And so it is something that is bringing the interest of many powerful people around the world as they are now coming to us. So, so these are the things that we are putting together to demonstrate our readiness and how coordinated we are, and coupled with what we are going to do in the de facto government in the homeland. So, yes, we are going to start issuing the passport in due time, but it is not valid because Biafra is not yet an independent state. But the ID card is going to be valid. So, but issuing it is not that you are going to travel with it. Just like as I explained, it is also going to show you that you know, you are touching a passport with one of the world highest security you can think of. So we have many securities in the passport, better than many nations today. Of course, even now that we are not yet a nation, with what is available, the skills, the professionals in the government, and those working in different departments are professional, like you all know. So because of that, we have one of the best securities in this passport, and it's something that you can never believe. So it is good for the world to see what
How are you
Thank you very much. This is a very powerful and very good question. You know, people will, this is not, it is not only about passport. It is also about the de facto government. Okay? This is not the first time you are hearing de facto government. And this is not the first time you are hearing Biafra government in exile. Okay? But I want to tell you that it is not the same. Those people who did it in those days don't have the knowledge we have. And they don't know what we are doing today. They don't have it. So the difference is that they do not have they do not have the required knowledge to get Biafra. It is not just about printing passport. It is not just about activating de facto government. The difference is clear. There has been Biafra Republic government in exile for many years. What have they done? Did you hear about them? Have you heard about it anywhere? But they were there. We just activated it on our own a few months ago. Look at where we are. Look at what we have done. That is the difference. Those people that were piloting the Biafra government in exile before were all doing it for politics. They were all doing it for personal interest, what they can get with it. But we are different. And because we have soldiers, we have securities, we have armed men on ground, we control almost 98% of the Igbo-speaking part of the Biafra territory, and some part of the other south-south, the riverine area. Those people who say they were government in exile don't have that. They don't control people. They don't control they don't enjoy the loyalty of Biafrans. Because if you say control, it's as if you are, tyrannic. So the people who say they are de facto government before, they don't have the loyalty of even 10% of Biafra people. Today, the Biafra Republic government in exile enjoy the loyalty of 98% of Biafrans. That's a different. So with 1% or 2% of loyalty or some miscreant following them, those who have the de facto government, they can achieve nothing because they don't have the interest of the struggle or the freedom at heart. It is just for political pressure. So when they come to say they have, they say they made a passport, you made a passport because you don't have what it takes to bring Biafra or liberate Biafra out of Nigeria. You don't have it. That is the difference between us and them. And today, that you have seen the wave the Biafra Republic government in exile is making globally, you would think that this is just the first time Biafra is activating the Biafra Republic government in exile. But it is not. You understand it? So where they fail, we succeed. That is the difference. So what are we doing now that makes us to succeed? We have now taken the struggle from a group, from autopilot IPOB, from being an IPOB, from being an organization and a group of freedom fighters to a government. The force is something to reckon with. So it is no longer autopilot to say this, autopilot say that. No. Now it is a government, and we have demonstrated and continue to demonstrate that indeed we are the government of Biafra in exile, and we are overseeing the affairs of the Biafra people anywhere in the world. That's why it is very important that the question of the ID card for those who are in the bad book is well addressed and elaborated in a way that everybody will understand that we are not a government, we are not an organization where you will say you are not our member or this and that. But we have criteria. So we have we have designed the process and the procedures how this ID card will be applied and issued to every Biafran all over the world without discrimination. So the issue of passport is something that it is completely different from what Mossab have done and what we are doing today. The same thing goes to the de facto government. Just wait. When we start the inauguration state by state of the de facto government in the homeland, you are going to see the weight that comes with it. You're going to see something that you have never seen before in the Biafra struggle. But remember, some people paraded themselves as de facto government of Biafra. But just watch and see. In the next 2 days, the first inauguration will take place. And you see how it goes. Thank you.
I'm sorry for taking your time, but it's very important that
Yes.
I ask a question and follow-up question. I have understood how ready and elaborate you have gone, and the movement have gone out from a group to government, which is well understood. And this government is not like Mosop, but I am asking, what assurance are you giving Biafrans all over the world, and especially Biafran at home, that this government, this particular movement meant well for us? And I will ask another one. Do you think Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is in alliance or happy with what we are doing? Or don't you think that you are fast? You are too fast for what he envisaged? Please let us know.
Yeah, thank you very much. You know, I like the word fast. I must tell you with a plain answer that yes, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is very, very happy. And not just happy, he's very proud with what we have done. And that is what keeps him going now. Apart from what we are doing, I do not know what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will be going through. But now I'm very, very sure and very optimistic that he is not just happy, but very proud of what we have done. When he is telling you that the zoo is going to fall, that is bringing hellfire with him, you think it is going to be him by himself that will be bringing hellfire? No. He's not talking about him, that when he comes to Nigeria, oh, he's going to carry fire here and carry fire here by himself. No! He was talking about me and us. By the time he's going to come, he will come with hellfire. He's talking about me and all of you, not about himself. And this is what we are doing. So, and stole him, they kidnap him is a kidnapping. Kidnapping a crime. It's a state kidnapping. They kidnap him and bundle him to Nigeria in a very, very dehumanized way. And here we are to bring that hellfire that he talked about. He's not the one doing it. And he's not the one giving the order. That's why I made it very clear that we are not taking order from him. So they don't say, oh, he's the one giving order. He's not giving order. He's not giving me order. What I'm telling you is that anybody that is in his shoe and in his position will be very proud of what we have done today, because it shows that all his effort did not die after the kidnapping. And with the history of the people that have liberated or taken to dungeon, they have continued to fight, and when immediately the leader comes out, they get their freedom. That is what is going to happen in Biafra. Just watch and see. It happened to Bangladesh, it happened to Mandela, it happened to many people. Their leader, the main leader, is being incarcerated, and those left behind fought their way, and immediately the person comes out, the freedom is achieved. It is going to repeat in Biafra. Our own is that Aya tago ntutu. How is it said in Igbo? Aya tago ntutu. Furugo ntutu a tayata. And we are not going back until that is achieved. So Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is very happy. And I'm promising Biafrans that with your support, we can never disappoint you. Because it is not just about me. It's not just about Simon Ekpa. It's not just about Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu without support is going nowhere. If I am here doing what I'm doing today with the cabinet of Biafra Republic government in Ezra without support, we are going nowhere. So don't just say, let us see how they are going to fail. Because if you fail, you are the one failing, not me. So everybody must come and support financially. Financially. You don't buy bullet with 1 naira. You don't buy anti-aircraft with 1 naira. We need anti-aircraft in their numbers. We need to have at least 3 or 4 anti-aircraft in all states. These are money. Because you must prepare for war when you need peace. So it is only time they are going to bring peace to us is when they see anti-aircraft, 4 anti-aircraft in Enugu, 4 anti-aircraft in Onitsha, 4 anti-aircraft in Aba, 4 anti-aircraft in Owerri. That is the only way peace will come. So, and we are not going to buy anti-aircraft with 1 naira. You need your money. We need money to do that. And not that we have people who know how to use anti-aircraft. We have men who have trained how to use it. So we need money for all this. We need money for more of RPG. We need them in thousands. We need money for GPMG. So if you are thinking that we are going to fail, oh, how do we promise Nigeria that this government is not going to fail them? These are the things that will guarantee your freedom. These things I'm mentioning, it was not built for jamboree. It was built for peace to come. So anybody that comes to kill you, you defend yourself. That is the only way to enjoy peace. So if they want us to succeed, they must make all the Biafrans who are well-to-do must make these things available to the Liberation Army that we have on ground. And we will not disappoint them. Thank you.
I have more questions, but I will limit it to 2.
Go ahead.
If there is no follow-up question.
Go ahead.
Once upon a time, but there is a pending answer that I'm waiting. Once upon a time, you came live on your show and you pledged your allegiance to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, never to turn back. Many of us sat from distance and observed that you have been true to your word. I'm asking about the assurance. What assurance are you giving Biafrans? Simon Ekpa. I'm talking to Simon Ekpa, our PM. What commitment are you giving Biafrans that this government will bring it to pass?
The commitment I'm giving to Biafra people is that we are going to do everything humanly possible to get Biafra. We are going to turn every stone. And just like I promised to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I said, you know, are you ready to do anything to bring Biafra? He said, of course. Instead of that, all of us will perish. I told him, I will be the first person to follow you. On that particular promise, I stand. I believe that I have addressed your question.
Yes. Talking about the ID card, America issued statements about deporting people to restive areas, like restive countries like Nigeria. What advantage is the Biafran government in exile taking advantage of this? And can you, if you can, elaborate if something of such is going on?
America did not say they want to deport people to restive area. Did you read that?
No, they say they are passing one PTS that you should not deport. They don't want to deport people to restive area. For instance, Biafrans.
That's okay. So I think you said something wrong before, because you said America want to deport people to restive areas. That is, different from what you are saying now. So, America, when we communicated to the White House, we communicated to the United Nations, we communicated to the EU. Our demand was that we demanded them to stop deporting people back to Nigeria, especially the Biafra people.
Okay.
And after that, you see that the 23 congressmen and women wrote a petition to the Homeland, to the Secretary of Homeland Security in the United States, demanding that they must stop deporting people to Nigeria. It was a follow-up of our message, of our letter to the White House and to the Congress and to the U.S. Senate. So the government is working, and you can see when those people making videos about our headquarters, they say This is where they wrote UN. This is where they wrote this one. This is where they, and you can hear them say they are going to write a counter letter. But of course, they are not much with us, because the people you are going to write counter letter, they don't know who you are. They're going to search information. So we came to this thing prepared. And this is something that was, built many years before now. Before I joined the Biafra struggle, I prepared myself. And God prepared me for what you see today happening. So we are taking advantage of that. Not just we are taking advantage, we initiated it. That's why I said on the 1st of May, we wrote to the United States, we wrote to the White House, and on the 9th of May, the Congress picked those things up and started putting pressure that people should stop. They should stop deporting Nigerians back home, back to their country, because of armed conflict. And I want to also point out very clear something that was very interesting in that particular communication. They acknowledge that there is armed conflict in Nigeria. And that is what is going to break Nigeria into pieces. That particular word in that particular letter, that there is armed conflict. That armed conflict have started. It is not going to stop until Biafra is free from Nigeria. And then also they mention about the northern Nigeria where they have terrorists and all that. So your question is, what are we doing? And my answer is, we initiated what you see happening today in America. And we are taking advantage of what is coming after that.
Okay, this communique, is it limited to White House, UN, or it is circulated within the member nations?
It is circulated not just to the White House, not just to the Congress, not just to the UN, but it is also circulated. It was sent to the European Union. It was sent to the European Union Parliament. It was also sent to the President of Finland, to the former President of Finland, and many others. So it is not just about the United States and all that. We copied many people, many nations, and many leaders to have knowledge of it. Of course, in the European Union, we demanded, which they responded and acknowledged that. And then also they responded that they acknowledged the content of the communique, and then also give further direction on what to do, which we have done. So the process is on.
On a follow-up question, the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has a very cordial relationship with Japan. Did you continue that kind of understanding? I am specific about Japan, sir.
Yes. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped from Kenya, I called on everyone who has anything going on to come forward and let us put them together to work. So now it is left for those in Japan to sit up. I had a meeting with people in Japan, and they asked questions, pertinent questions that bothers them, and I believe that they were satisfied with what the response I gave them. So I'm waiting for them to come forward with whatever they have. I'm not in Japan.
For 2 years, we are waiting for them, sir. On this point, I think I will not be fast to make assertions, but I think that some people around that area are complicit, because if for 2 years you are waiting, I know of Japan.
No. I just had a meeting with them a few weeks ago.
Okay. That clears it. I withdraw my statement and I beg your pardon.
Yeah.
And the last and not the least, you talked about de facto government in Biafra land and the name of people that will be running the show. And I say I should ask you, having known how the Nigerian government goes about bribing our people and then killing our people at will, will you second guess what your approach to de facto government, or you will go ahead, sir?
My approach to the government, de facto government, is something that none of the people who have been in the Biafra struggle have seen before. I am a no-nonsense person. Once you are found wanting for wanting, you are out. You can go to hell. That's it. So everyone serving in the de facto government, I believe, are those who are ready to get their freedom. So I'm not here to suspect any of them. I give them my trust. But anyone found wanting is gone. Thank you.
Do they? I think I want to know. It's a follow-up question. The people that want to undertake this tax.
Hello, my wonderful people. As we have finished watching this interesting video, please, I want to see your comment, your contribution, your opinion in the comment section. Like I said earlier, let us do it constructively. Tell me what you think about this video that you have just watched, and also about the platform. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please remember to subscribe, put on your notification bell, share this video, and remain blessed.